Here is the Pioneer Trail. Welcome to the Temple Mound at Emerson Point, a living record of the past. Mysteries of the Mounds. The areas before and around you were home to Native American Indians from the time of 880 to 1580, and perhaps even earlier, discarding their food remains of shell and bone, as well as broken pottery and tools. These Native American Indians created mounds called shell middens near their palm-thatched huts. One time there was a homestead here on the mound during the 1860s. You can see remnants from the old chimney here near the top of the mound. Really fascinating. See these remains of history. Here on top of the mound really takes you back to another time and place. You can just imagine Native American Indians in this area long ago, and even early pioneer settlers as well. It's a place of activity and occupation for many generations. Lots of nice interpretive signs here describing history. Pioneer life in the woods. In 1866, after release from a Union prison, Major Robert Stewart Griffith homesteaded here, building a small wooden house and planting banana and citrus trees. And over here on the mound, you can see part of the foundation. Traces from the past. A look back in time. Really neat interpretive sign here on the mound. It traces the evolution of life at Emerson Point. In 1866, Robert Stewart Griffith and wife Anna Webb built a home atop the Temple Mound and began the cultivation of bananas, citrus, and vegetables. After the birth of their first child, Florence Mitchell, they moved to a new homestead in southern Sarasota County. And it's just some of the history in this area. Lots of nice areas on top of this mound to relax, take in the surrounding nature, and learn about the history. Really nice place. Beautiful views out here along the river. Flows out into the Gulf of Mexico. This is a nice area for boating, fishing. Lots of resources here, much like the natives utilized at some point here in the past. Walking along some of the trails here in the area, and this entire section appears to be part of the Mound. Really scenic. Nice trails throughout. Places to observe the nature. Great water views as well. Walking on ancient grounds. And it's really dense here on areas of the Mound, but you can see where the formation goes throughout the woods there. Lots of mound formations, shells scattered throughout this area. One large complex here at one time. Walking through these trails and wilderness here, you get a really nice scent of the trees and plants. Smell some jasmine through this area, really nice. Bee Hotel. Native bees. Exploring some of the trails throughout the area here, it's very interesting. Here's a bee hotel, some beehives. What's the buzz? Native bees. You gotta be careful here. Honeybees from Europe. The classic honeybee actually comes from Europe. They live all together in one big hive where each bee has a different job. So here's some very interesting information about bees. Lots to learn about, discover here at this place. Really nice areas along the trail here. Here's a wildlife blind where you can sit down taking views of the surrounding nature and some of the wildlife in the area. I see a bird over there in the pond. Walking these trails is like taking a journey into the past. This entire area was once part of a large complex. You can just imagine the natives following along some of these same areas to their village sites and mounds. Over long periods of time, many generations of tribes inhabited these areas. And when the European explorers and Spaniards traveled to these areas during the 1500s, they would encounter the Tocobaga Indians in these areas, all along this bay. Wow, take a look at all these shells here. Lots of evidence here from the natives. A nice part of the trail here. This is the beach walk trail. Takes you along this section of the beach. Get some nice views of the surrounding bay here.